Hi, I'm Kubeir. Back again, another video to answer another one of your burning questions, frequently asked questions. And today's video is all about the landing process. I know. I mean, it's such an awesome feeling to get your PPR. Today we're going to discuss everything that goes into what happens after your PPR to your first landing in Canada. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back. Congratulations, you have your PPR, right? It's a great feeling. I know. You must be so relieved after all these months of getting so many panic attacks, anxiety. You finally have your PPR, right? So the first thing, send it to the nearest VFS, VAC within the 30 days period that you have, along with 2 pictures, your passport, and of course the PPR letter. So once they receive it from say 7 to 30 days from there on, you should get a package back. In that package, you will have your passport with a stamped visa, which is single entry. And you will also have 2 pieces or 2 copies of a document called COPR. Earlier, this document was referred to as landing paper. Now it's being referred to as COPR, which is confirmation of permanent residence. First thing, please check all details if everything is correct on these documents. The expiry date or the expiration date on your COPR and on your visa will usually be 12 months from the date you first, or rather from the date you took your medicals. Give or take a few days, because sometimes this date is also 12 months from the date your medical reports were uploaded Health Canada portal. So it's about 12 months from the time you have taken your medicals, give or take a few days. So this is your expiry date of your COPR. Make sure you land in Canada within the expiry period, because if you don't, then your documents become invalid, and this puts you in a very difficult position. So give yourself enough time, plan and prepare your trip, and don't cut it too thin. Don't try and plan it towards the end or very close to the expiry date, because things happen. Flights get cancelled, flights get changed, weather conditions can sort of play a havoc with your plans. So land in time within the expiry period. That's the first thing. So what documents do you need to prepare for your first landing in Canada? Obviously, your COPR that you have received, your passport with your visa, proof of funds. I know, and a lot of people take this a bit lightly, but please don't, because it is a requirement. You may be asked for it, so just prepare for this maybe situation where they may ask you for proof of funds. Have them ready. Don't fret too much about it. You don't need any more gift deeds or source of funds, etc, etc, etc. The same amount that is applicable for your family is what you would need as proof of funds. Carry your updated bank statement, and that should suffice. Along with this, do carry goods to follow forms and documents completed. In the description below, I have posted the link to my blog, which talks in details about goods to follow. Do give it a look. And that's just about it. These are the main documents that you will need once you do your first landing. In addition to that, a lot of people prepare some additional documents. Those are immunization records for your children. Well, it's not a mandatory document, at least it's not for your landing at all. It may be required once your children get admitted into school. It's more of a school requirement, because they want to make sure your children have been administered with all the required vaccines. Don't worry again too much about it. If they haven't been administered with the required vaccines, then Health Canada, or rather the provincial health centers, will make sure that your children do get their required vaccines. So carry the immunization record, carry your original degrees, carry your original work-related documents. Carry all of these documents, because at later point of time, while you are pursuing career in Canada, you might need these documents, but you don't need them for your landing process. On the date of your flight, please get to the airport on time. Check your flight schedules, check the baggage restrictions and requirements. Get there on time, because the check-in process sometimes take a bit of time. Once you get to Canada, and obviously be mindful and be prepared of what the temperatures or weather might be in your port of entry city. So be prepared for that. So you've arrived in Canada. Okay. As you get out of the aircraft and you come into the arrival terminal, you will come across these automated kiosks. We have a lot of these kiosks in different airports. Don't get worried if you don't have one, it's all right. You come to the kiosk, it takes a picture of you, basic questions, it prints a form, you take the form, come to the immigration area. You will be asked a simple question as to the purpose of visit, to which you will respond that you are making your first landing as a permanent resident. You will be directed to a different area. Here the border officer will meet with you. You will hand over your documents to the border officer. They will review your documents, check everything. If everything is in order, they will ask you for your address. This address is required so that they can mail you your PR card, okay, once it is ready. Then they will ask you some statutory questions like do you have any medical condition, is there any change in your family composition, have you been convicted of a crime. They might also ask you for your proof of funds, so make sure you have your proof of funds document ready. They will ask you how much money are you carrying, because you see there is a requirement that if you are carrying $10,000 Canadian dollars or more, then you must declare it. And this amount is applicable if you're traveling as a family, then this amount is applicable as a family. If you're traveling as a single individual, then it is applicable as a single individual. But if you are carrying more than $10,000, then you must declare it to the border officer. Do not make the mistake of not declaring it, because then there could be a bit of a complication if they find out. There is no limit to how much money you can carry. A lot of people get this wrong. They feel $10,000 is the limit. There is no limit on how much money you can bring in with you or you can carry to Canada. Okay, but you must declare it if the amount you're carrying is $10,000 or more. Okay, please keep that in mind, right? So they will ask you how much money you're carrying, and once they're happy with all your answers, they will sign off your COPR. You will sign off your COPR. It's dated, and here on you now become the permanent resident of Canada. Welcome to Canada. Congratulations. Once you're done, make your way over to the Service Canada counter. Service Canada counter is available on most port of entry airports, and it's open within the business hours. So if you land and finish your process within the business hour, you'll be able to head over to the Service Canada counter. Apply for social insurance number, which is the SIN number. It used to be referred to as a SIN card, no more, because they stopped issuing a card. So you'll just be given a small form to complete, which will have your basic details. Once you give it to them, they will check your COPR, your passport, and they will issue you a SIN number. Keep it safe. Do not share it with everybody. You will only need it for your financial transactions, like your with your employer, for your salary, for your opening your bank accounts, etc., etc. Once you've done this, head over to the customs with your baggage. If you have anything to declare, then you must declare. Please make sure you're not carrying any dairy products, you're not carrying any fruits or vegetables, because they're not allowed. I would suggest that you go through the CBSA website to familiarize yourself as to what you can and cannot bring into the country. I have mentioned the link in the description below. Do have a read of that. And at this point of time, you will also again need to declare the money that you're carrying. You will need to provide the details of your goods to follow. Remember, we spoke about goods to follow. So if you have any goods that will follow later on, whether through cargo, etc., or you will bring it in your next trip or following trips, you must provide it to the customs officer and have them stamp and sign it. It's extremely important, because all these articles or all these belongings that you have will be duty free. They will not be charged any customs duty, because you now have declared them as goods to follow. It's extremely important. So that's just about it. So once you've cleared all this, make your way outside, find yourself an Uber, find yourself a cab, find yourself a limousine. Most of the airports have great facility, transportation facility, and make your way to your new home. This is just about it. A lot of people try to complicate it. It's not very complicated. It's a very simple, straightforward process. You have your documents ready. Everybody is very welcoming. Everybody is very polite. Everybody is very happy to see you. Everybody is very happy to welcome you to Canada. So that's just about it. So enjoy your new home. Enjoy your new beginning. And I wish you all the best. And I hope to see you around somewhere soon.